Hi everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning and welcome to day 41 of the Do Math with Me series. Now, this is a playlist wherein we are solving questions every day. Of course, as days go by, the number of questions that we do will also increase slowly. So, we covered questions from the first chapter, that is real numbers, second, which is polynomials, third one, pair of linear equations in two variables, and the fourth unit that we are doing is actually Introduction to Trigonometry. Today we have got a set of questions from trigonometry, so let's get started. The very first question for the day is, if sine theta plus cos theta is equal to root 3, you have to find the value of sine theta cos theta. So this is a 2-mark question. Let us do it. So you are given sine theta plus cos theta is equal to root 3. You have to get to sine theta cos theta. What you can do is squaring both the sides. So we can square both the sides. So what do you get? You will get sine theta plus cos theta. The whole square is equal to root 3 the whole square. Root 3 the whole square is just 3. Here in the left hand side, you have to apply the formula a plus b the whole square, which is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Right? So you will write sine square theta plus, this is a square, plus b square. B is cos theta. So b square plus 2ab. Right? So what is sine theta plus cos theta? This is an identity. It's equal to 1. So 1 plus 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to 3. So 2 sine theta into cos theta is equal to 3 minus 1, which is 2. Therefore, you can write sine theta cos theta is equal to 2 divided by 2, which is equal to 1. So the answer is 1. Okay, so whenever you are given a plus b, right, this is of the form a plus b, and you are asked what is ab, what can you use? You can use the formula a plus b the whole square, and in that there is one term wherein you are able to find out what is sine theta cos theta. So that's all. So this is all this question is all about. Shouldn't take you more than 2 or 3 minutes to do this question. More than 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes. Okay, so this is the first question. Let's move on to the second one. You have to prove that tan theta divided by 1 minus cot theta plus cot divided by 1 minus tan theta is equal to 1 plus secant theta into cosecant theta. Very, very easy question again. Let us take the LHS, convert everything into sine and cos. Why? Because secant is nothing but 1 over cos, cosecant is nothing but 1 over sine theta. Okay, so here in LHS, let us convert everything into sine and cos. Okay, so tan is nothing but sine by cos divided by 1 minus cos by sine. C is cos, S is sine, right? Plus cot is nothing but cos over sine whole divided by 1 minus sine by cos. Take the LCM in the denominator terms, so you will get the numerator is sine by cos whole divided by LCM is sine. So the numerator will be sine minus cos by sine plus again cos over sine whole divided by, what you will have is cos minus sine divided by cos. Now how do you combine the terms when you have fractions in numerator denominator? Numerator of the above fraction with the denominator of the lower fraction, below fraction, and denominator of the upper fraction with the numerator of the below fraction. This is how you will always combine. Okay, so let me write it now. S into S, which is nothing but you have S square whole divided by C cos multiplied by sine minus cos. Okay, plus cos into cos is cos square whole divided by sine multiplied by cos minus sine. Okay, so this becomes equal to, you have sine square whole divided by cos multiplied by sine minus cos. So here it is sine minus cos, but in the second term you have cos minus sine. So you can take negative 1 minus 1 common out. So when you take one negative sign common out, it gets reversed. The sign gets reversed. So cos square divided by sine multiplied by cos minus sine would become sine minus cos. Now what you see, these two terms are common in both, right? So you can take 1 over sine minus cos is common out. Open a square bracket. So what do you have? Sine square divided by cos theta minus cos square divided by sine theta. Okay, this is equal to 1 over sine minus cos will remain as it is. Within the bracket, you have to take the LCM. So what is the LCM? It is cos into sine, and the numerator you will have, see, how should you do? Cos multiplied by what will give you cos into sine? It is sine. So this sine multiplied by sine square. So what do you get? It is sine cube minus similarly. Sine multiplied by what will give you cos into sine? It is cos. This cos you have to multiply it with the numerator. So cos into cos square is cos cube. So minus cos cube. Okay. Now you have to use the formula a cube minus b cube. What is a cube? We know that. You should be knowing that a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b multiplied by a square plus b square plus ab. Okay, so you will apply it there. So what do you get? 1 over sine minus cos multiplied by a cube. A is nothing but your a cube minus b cube. A is sine and b is cos. Okay, so a minus b, sine minus cos multiplied by sine square plus cos square plus sine into cos, all divided by, you have cos into sine. So this is a product. So what do you see here? Sine minus cos gets cancelled, isn't it? Now what is left? You are left only with sine square plus cos square theta plus sine into cos whole divided by cos into sine. Let's see what you need in the RHS. You need 1 plus secant into cosecant, right? 1 plus. So what is this equal to? We know that sine square plus cos square is equal to 1, isn't it? So this will be equal to 1 plus sine theta cos theta whole divided by sine theta cos theta. So this is equal to, split up the sine theta cos theta. So 1 over sine theta cos theta plus sine theta cos theta divided by sine cos. So this will be equal to 1. Okay, so the other term will be 1 by, you can write it as 1 over sine multiplied by 1 over cos plus 1. What is 1 over sine? It is cosecant theta multiplied by 1 over cos is secant theta plus 1. This is equal to your RHS, hence proved. So this is how you do it. Slowly, step by step. Everything that we have done is we have just converted every sine and tan, tan theta and cot theta in terms of sine and cos, and we have just solved it. At the end, depending on what is asked, you can either keep this term as it is, or if there is a 1 plus secant into cosecant, you have to replace sine square plus cos square as 1. Okay, so again, very, very easy question. Just do it once and see. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. That is the third question. Yeah. So third question is also, mark it as important. It has been asked previously. You are given, if a cos theta plus b sin theta is equal to m and a sin theta minus b cos theta equal to n, you have to prove that a square plus b square is equal to m square plus n square. So by looking at what you have to prove, what do you see? You are given a, but you need a square. You are given something in which is a coefficient of cos and sine with respect to b, but what you need is b square. So what do we understand? We have to square both these expressions. Okay, both these equations have to be squared. So let's do that. Let's get started. Okay, so we are given a cos theta plus b sin theta is equal to m. Okay, so what do? We square it on both the sides. Squaring both sides. So what do you get here? A cos theta plus b sin theta, the whole square is equal to m square. So a plus b the whole square is nothing but a square. So a square cos square theta plus b square, that is b square sin square theta plus 2ab. So plus 2a cos theta multiplied by b sin theta. This is equal to our m square, right? Let this be equation 1. Now let us take the second equation. What is it? A sin theta minus b cos theta is equal to n. The same way, let's do it. Let's square it on both the sides. Squaring both the sides. What do you get? A sin theta minus b cos theta, the whole square is equal to n square. Expand it using a minus b the whole square. So it's a square, that is a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta minus 2a sin theta into b cos theta. This is equal to n square. Okay. Now let us add equation 1 and 2. So when you add them, what is equation 1? A square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta plus 2ab sin theta cos theta is equal to m square. This is the first equation. The second equation is a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta minus 2ab sin theta into cos theta is equal to n square. So we are just going to add these equations. So when you add these two equations, what do you get here? These two will get cancelled. See, you have a plus 2ab sin theta cos theta minus 2ab sin theta cos theta will get cancelled. What would remain is a square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta plus b square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta is equal to m square plus n square. Now you can take out common. Take a square common out. What you will have inside is cos square theta plus sin square theta. Similarly, from the third and the fourth term, take b square common out. You will get sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to, just add them, m square plus n square. So what is this value equal to? This is equal to 1. Sin square plus cos square is also equal to 1. And what you finally get is a square into 1, which is a square, plus b square into 1, which is b square, is equal to m square by n square. Hence proved. Right? Whatever was given, we just squared it and we added them. Right? And we applied the identity sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. That's all we did. And we were able to get a square plus b square equal to n square plus n square. Right? Okay, again a very, very good question, probably for a 2 or 3 marks. Okay. Definitely do practice it. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, prove that 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta equal to cosecant theta minus cot the whole square. The minute you get to see such questions, a minus See, 1 minus cos by 1 plus cos, or 1 minus sine divided by 1 plus sine. Immediately you have to rationalize the denominator. Okay, so 1 minus cos theta divided by 1 plus cos theta. When you rationalize it, you will multiply numerator and denominator with the conjugate of this, right? With the conjugate or with the reciprocal of 1 plus cos theta. So what is the reciprocal? It will be 1 minus cos theta divided by 1 minus cos theta. Okay, so in the numerator you have 1 minus cos theta the whole square. Denominator, what do you have? A plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square. Okay, so what is a square? See here, what do you need? Here you need 1 over sine. Here you need cos over sine. So what do you need in the denominator? You need a sine. So 1 minus cos square is sine square theta, right? So let me write here in the numerator you have 1 minus cos theta the whole square divided by sine square theta or sine theta the whole square. This is what you get. This is equal to, open the bracket, 1 minus cos theta divided by sine theta the whole square. Right? So you can split the denominator among the two terms within the square. So what is it? 1 over sine theta minus cos theta over sine theta, the whole square. So what is 1 minus sine? It is cosecant. So cosecant square theta minus cos over sine is cot theta. The whole square is your RHS. This is equal to your RHS. So hence proved. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Prove that 1 plus secant theta divided by secant theta equal to sine square by 1 minus cos. So in most of the 99% of the problems, what we were doing is we were taking the left hand side and we were solving and making it equal to RHS. But in this problem, we will not be able to use any identity using just 1 plus secant or secant. So what we will do is we will take the RHS first and then make it equal to your LHS. Okay, so take RHS for a change. What do you have here? You have sine square theta divided by 1 minus cos theta, right? Sine square can be written as 1 minus cos square theta divided by 1 minus cos theta. So in the numerator, this is nothing but a square minus b square, which is nothing but, you can write it as 1 plus cos theta multiplied by 1 minus cos theta whole divided by 1 minus cos theta. Okay, so 1 minus cos will get cancelled. What is left with us is only 1 plus cos theta, right? And what is cos theta equal to? It is 1 by secant theta. Take the LCM. So what do you get? Secant theta plus 1 divided by secant theta, and that is what is your LHS. See, 1 plus secant by secant. This is your LHS, hence proved. Okay, just make sure you understand why are we taking the RHS. The reason we are taking the RHS is because we cannot find any identity which can help us transform the secant except for 1 over cos and 1 over cos, right? Then you have to take the LCM. It will be cos plus 1 by cos, right? Cos plus 1 again. Okay, but you have to be able to get to this sine square divided by 1 minus cos. So it's easier if you are taking the RHS and applying the identities. So that was your fifth question. Let's move on to the sixth question. Yeah, you have to prove that secant A multiplied by 1 minus sine A multiplied by secant plus tan equal to 1. Again, very, very easy. Before this question, you should know something. What is secant square A minus tan square A? It is equal to 1. Okay. So, if I expand it using a square minus b square equal to a plus b, that is secant a plus tan a multiplied by secant a minus tan a is equal to 1. In that case, what will be secant a plus tan a? It will be equal to 1 by secant a minus tan a. Right? Okay. Or we can say secant theta minus tan theta is equal to 1 over secant theta plus tan theta. So, it's a reciprocal of each other. Right? Okay. Now, let us write what is given. In the LHS, you are given secant a multiplied by 1 minus sin a multiplied by secant a plus tan a. This is your LHS. What is secant a plus tan a equal to? What is secant a plus tan a? Can I write secant a plus tan a as 1 by secant a minus tan a? Yeah, we can write. Okay, so here you have got, just multiply it inside. So secant a into 1 secant a minus you have secant a into sin a. Let's see what we have to prove. We have to prove it equal to 1. Multiplied by, what is secant a plus tan a? It's equal to 1 by secant a minus tan a. Right? Okay. Now, this is nothing but what is secant a? It's equal to 1 over cos. So, here you will have secant a minus sin by cos. Sin is already there by cos a. Okay. Multiplied by the term which we just got using the identity will remain as it is. Secant a minus tan a. Right. So, what is sin a minus cos a? You have it is equal to tan a. So, secant a minus tan a multiplied by 1 by secant a minus tan a. So, finally, what do you get here? Secant a minus tan a will get cancelled and the answer that you are getting is just 1. This 1 is equal to your RHS, hence proved. So, all of these questions are very, very important. Let's continue this series till December, till your exams, till your board exams 2027. So, hoping that videos are super helpful to you and you are also able to practice a lot of problems. We'll see you all in the next video tomorrow. Keep practicing, keep learning, and please do subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much.